to the Wager Makers Podcast with Webb and Smitt.
Brick by brick, baby. I'm freaking out, Webb.
I was told there'd be no man. Stupidity is going to be an asset. What a bunch of crybabies.
Hello, my name is Steve Smith, and this is Rob Weber. Say hey, Webb.
Hello, hello. What's up, Smitt?
What's up? I'm Smith, that's Webb, and we are the Wager Makers. Thank you all for joining us. I forget how to do this. It's been so long.
Took us
Webb,
a while.
I looked it up yesterday. It's been almost January of 2023 was the I believe the last episode. We were probably going right into Super Bowl or something like that, or right before playoffs or something like that, and just gave up on the whole thing. What you been doing for the last 2 years?
Wow, that's a long time. I didn't think it was that long, but computer worked right away. Turned it on, came right up. It's interesting you asked that. I was in a dark place, went to a cave. I thought about myself. I wanted to think about the show and what we're going to do moving forward to see if it was worthwhile. Not a dark place in terms of bad, just reflecting. I ate some ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers, did some shit like that.
And did you came in contact with yourself? You learned yourself more?
Yes, I touched myself many times. Absolutely. Right.
And you came out 2 years later, and now you're like, we got to do this again.
We got to get the people what we want. You can only push back so much.
All right. So I mean, it's wild, man. 2 years have gone by. I don't know no spirits anymore. We sold spirits on bourbon.
That's big news.
I'm in the racehorse biz, Webb. I'm a fucking franchise owner, Turtle Bay Stables.
Yeah.
Racehorse, owning a racehorse. That's pretty cool. A lot of stuff goes by in 2 years.
That's a real racehorse, by the way, too. That ain't no, I've owned like pieces of horses, trotters and shit. That's St. Arrow's girl.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Started out with the Bible Man. He did good. We rolled that into St. Eros girl, and she's doing good. We went and saw her the other day, and looking good. So, but I think we were sitting here the other day, and first of all, we haven't done this show for 2 years, but me and Webb are in contact damn near every day about some point spread, some team, something going on,
some nonsense with some fucking asshole doing whatever.
That's the thing is. Primarily, we're bitching like grumpy old men about just life in general and life in sports, or the life that we live in with the social media and the sports and the NIL and the transfer portal and all that.
We have some common sense. It's that's grumpy old men. In my mind, is people that are normal and have some common sense about and a sense of reality.
Yeah. That's one way to put it. I think the young kids are getting NIL deals and transfer portals would call us grumpy old men. But I got no beef with kids taking money. But we got to talk about this. First of all, we got the college football playoffs coming up. We're going to get to that. We're going to get some picks. Really, we're going to try this thing out here a little bit. Take it slow. We're going to take it slow. We're a little rusty. You're going to try and dust the rust off. First of all, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah to everybody out there. Webb, I see you got your Wager Maker cap on.
Yeah, man.
Only thing I could find, I think I got a couple koozies laying around, and I found this. I might have a sweatshirt still. I know, but I got Wager Maker's bucket hat. I got left over.
I got that same thing, and I got a hoodie I wear all the time, and I got a long sleeve tee I wear all the time. I know my buddy Polish Chef, our buddy Polish Chef he definitely has a sweatshirt. We're with him and. I was with him at Reed's at Thanksgiving, and he was sporting that. And I think Reed might have one as well.
Yep, I've seen Jeff sporting his. But anyway, I think the biggest thing is we just get tired of the money, the stuff going on, the just wussification of athletics in general in life. I think watching ESPN, everything from Aaron Rodgers.
Let me stop you there. Who watches ESPN? Tell me someone. It's reality TV. It's watching The Bachelor. It's watching Survivor. It's watching Wipeout. It's whatever you want to say. There's no. It went the way of MTV. Even we were 15, 16, whatever, 16, 17, 18. You didn't like every band, but it was cool to see the dude from Flocking Seagulls looked like a fucking seagull. It was cool to see some chick dancing around. Van Halen had a bunch of chicks in bikinis in their videos. The best thing about ESPN, again, we were younger, it was sports information with some cool highlights.
Yep.
Now it's just assholes saying stupid shit after stupid shit and sensationalism. It's terrible.
Yep. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It started out like they tried to, I don't know what they try and do. It was used to be just mostly information highlights. At least that's the
Correct.
part I watched about it.
Right.
And then, highlights and information of what's going on, who won, what happened. Now it's just all this. And I think it kind of started like even Sports Center, they changed it to the point where like at one point they tried like the hip hop Sports Center or something like that with Jaleel White and stuff like that. That didn't work out. Tried to do the DEI, whatever they call that thing nowadays, and big corporate Disney America and all that. But then that didn't work out, right? So I guess people stopped watching. So they went to total opposite end of the spectrum now, and they got Joe Dirt in a fucking tank top every day with the McAfee dude. It's like, can we get just somewhere in between? A couple dudes in suits talking sports. That's all I'm asking. Do we have to have the tank top every day? The dude yelling, he's an idiot. The fucking McAfee guy's an idiot.
He's half a fucking retard. I mean, look at the guy. He doesn't wear sleeves. They were doing something from Ohio State, and he had a whole thing on, but no sleeves. Like he was covered. Come on, dude. What is he supposed to? Is he hard? Is he all? I don't know.
He was a punter. He was the punter.
I mean, what are we doing here? Is he flexing? Who's the demographic? It's just
that's the best part is when they sit him they sit him next to Nick Saban, who sometimes Nick Saban just looks like he's just rolling his eyes at the fucking guy.
Right.
What am I doing?
He's telepath. If the bubble over his head, it goes. You wouldn't believe the amount of money they're paying me to sit with this fucking asshole. That's all. That's all.
But the problem is, Webb. I think the people in the corporate boardroom. They see like this McAfee started out. He's got gazillion fucking followers, and that's how you get the gig. That's how you get the gig. So obviously, a lot of people are watching him.
I don't.
It shows you where we're at. That's all I'm saying.
I don't give
that he's popular.
Right. That's just a symptom or whatever of the shabbiness of where the society is. The fucking world. There's no talent. Even Stephen A. Smith. Since we started, he hated him. He says he has no idea. He has no idea about sports. All he does is say some stupid shit, and he gets clicks. Yep. Same thing with Dan Orlovsky. Not only does he look like a clown, the dude's ears are out to here, and he just says shit that people won't say.
Yep. The more outrageous, the better.
Right.
The more
don't matter.
Phil Simms' kid, all that. They say the most outrageous shit.
First of all, he looks like a Nazi. Second of all, he just says, you say something, I'll say the opposite. It's going to get a reaction. It doesn't matter if it's based on fact. Just say something outrageous, and it's going to get a reaction from the sheep. Yep.
And then we're trying to bet. Look, it's college bowl season. Pretty cool. The playoff situation. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I'm just glad that there's actual 12 more teams involved in actual games, because you cannot possibly bet on a college bowl game at this point in life.
No?
Between the transfer portal, there's no way I'm going to know enough about what team who's playing in games with the transfer portal.
You can't. I mean, it also, and the first thing is let me go back to the first thing you said. We're going to find out how you bet on a non-playoff poll about 3:30 now. There might be, so I'll let you know how that works.
I didn't mean that I'm not going to. I'm just saying informed decision.
Yeah, well, I mean, in us talking about, I guess the quarterback from Tulane entered the transfer portal or whatever.
Yeah.
And even last night, I think UNLV's coach had left before. And here's the thing: I don't understand how these entities still make money. Like the NCAA, I'm talking about specifically. When it first started with guys leaving, like Bosa and whoever, leaving before a bowl game that wasn't a championship type game to get ready for the pros, did they not think that would have some effect when allowing the portal to open in December? Why would you? What is the sense of the bowl game? Any bowl game, actually.
Somebody's got to be making money, Webb. Even though they show the New Orleans Bowl or the Bahamas Bowl, and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Nobody. And then, you talk about the transfer portal, right? So these guys are playing for 27 years on college football. So this kid Finley, right? This kid Finley was the quarterback at LSU 20 years ago, I feel like. At this point. He transferred to Tulane. He transferred to Tulane. and then he went to Western Kentucky, and I think someplace else. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And then they just made a big announcement that Finley is transferring back to Tulane. It's like, how many years? And then we watch, like, look, Bo Nix, dude's having a great rookie year because he played for 27 years in college football.
25 years old. Of course. Michael Penix. No shit.
What about the dude that played it from Clemson to Washington to Florida State? Everybody thought ukulele.
Yeah. And he sucked all the way around. That never was good.
He's talking about going someplace else now.
I give him he declared for the draft.
All right.
I give him. They pimped him out. I have a little kind of before he even got to Clemson, he was in one of those Heisman House commercials. So that they did that kid again. The kid is, it's not like he's on a bread line. He'll do just fine. He's been doing just fine, but they didn't give that kid any favors. And he, it's funny. He'll get drafted. I mean, he'll be
he's going to be able to open up a car dealership or sell insurance.
Right, no doubt.
In one of these 8 towns that he played at along the way.
And who knows where he even came from. I mean, where he grew up. And
He'll probably put his name on the place.
Right.
Ukulele's Toyota.
Yeah, ukulele. That's right.
I
saw. We bet the game last night. The Broncos. I was looking into it, just kind of bleeping through. The ESPN app is good. Well, you do use that. Also, they just changed the bet. They don't put the lines there anymore, which is annoying. Well, I thought we were done with the pretense and this. Everyone's gambling. It's all fucking legal. Just put the lines there. Anyway, so there's the rookie receiver's 27 years old. Did you see that? Some dude on the Broncos. And they're like, wow, he's having success. He's 27 years old.
Right. You know what's funny? Update. Instant breaking news, Webb. The ESPN app is back. They must have had a glitch or something. It's back where the first page has the lines on it. It was down for a day.
As soon as we said that. Did we think no one's listened? Everyone's been waiting for us to come back.
Oh, man. So, I don't know, folks. We're gonna give, like I said, we're taking it slow. We're gonna try this out, see how it goes. We might have a show next week. We'll see what happens. We're gonna give you some college football picks for sure on these big playoff games. They start tonight. Webb. I'm rooting for Notre Dame as a selfish thing because a Notre Dame Georgia Sugar Bowl is gonna be fucking wild. It'd be fucking wild here, and that's what it's setting up.
I have
for my own personal Turtle Bay reasons.
I have absolutely no issue with that whatsoever. I do have an issue with Notre Dame football. They suck. They get in most years based off of nothing. I'm arguing with a guy now, dude I coach with. He's like, Indiana didn't play anybody either. I went through Notre Dame's schedule, went through Indiana's schedule. Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois at home. That alone should not be in the top 12. Period.
I think at least we can agree that neither team played anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Let's just agree on that. We can do.
Yes. So now Notre Dame is a home favorite, 6.5-point favorite against an Indiana team. And Indiana's not good, dude. They've been how many times in our lifetime we've been doing this gambling since 30 years. Has Indiana ever been 11-1? Maybe once. I don't know.
I don't remember it ever happening.
Right. So now the vaunted or the historical whatever the piece of shit Notre Dame in my mind is a whole 6.5-point favorite against this Indiana team. That alone tells you that Notre Dame is bullshit.
Yep. All bull. And then one time, I actually put some money on Indiana thinking, well, they're going to keep it close against Ohio State. They get the doors blown off.
They got waxed. Yeah, they got dog walks. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But you were no winner. You bet on Notre Dame this year either. I mean, I bet on them 2 or 3 times, and I just got disgusted. They did. And their quarterback's from Duke, which is even worse.
Yep. At least we have hockey, Webb. We're fans. We've become fans over the last couple of years.
Man. I love it. It's the best. It's the best thing to gamble on, bar none. Better than football. Better than the NFL for sure.
Yep. The teams show up to play every night.
Every night.
You might lose the game, but it's not because dudes didn't show or didn't come out flat. Occasionally, a team's flat. That happens. They play back to backs. They do all kinds of games.
Right.
But you got to stay away from that. And Dude, and it's the NBA. I saw a thing where the NBA ratings are down about 20%. I wonder fucking why.
Shocked.
Nobody plays. Nobody plays basketball.
Give them more money for doing less. Here's a guaranteed $100 million. Now you get a whatever they call a super max extension or whatever it's called. When he just signed a max extension like 3 years ago, And he can't play back to backs. You can't play on the road. What do you mean? I don't want me to play at home and then on the road? No, that's crazy talk.
Basketball, 2-hour basketball game.
Again, we've been doing this shit for 30 years. I've bet on December. Bet on I think 2 NBA games. Have watched none, and I will not watch any. Bet on 2 NBA games this year. NBA is like, what it's like, Smitt. Remember we used to bet KBO during COVID?
Yeah.
Like there was nothing else. Like I bet it that one day we were talking like there's really I'm like there's nothing else. I got to bet this. I bet like a 3:30 Bucks game. It's like the same
no idea if whether the guys are going to play or not.
No. Decent. I was like -5.5. Fuck it. The Bucks are pretty good, right?
Right. Unbelievable. Got college hoops.
Hold on, that's before we.
It's only holidays. I'll look at that after the holidays is over. Look at that close.
Give me a second on this hockey. Let's go back.
All right.
We love the NHL, but they got to do something with the scheduling, man. There's 10 games on Tuesday, right? Which is great. Then you come Wednesday, there's 2 fucking games. And like what? You can't do 8 and 4 or whatever, 6 and 6, 7 and 5.
Or they'll put 10 on a Thursday night against Thursday night NFL football.
Oh, right.
And then on Friday night they'll have 3 games. And you're like, well, what the fuck? What's with that? And then you look at and then Saturday morning against college football, there's another 8.
Starting at noon. And you're starting at noon.
The MLB should take a page out of their Saturday playbook. It'll be Saturday afternoon. They don't have it until 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Saturday day game? Like, I get it's all money, but there's nothing going on Saturday. Even if you're sitting on the beach, you're going to grab your phone and see what's, but you don't start a game till 4:30. I don't know. It's ponderous. I don't know. We need to consult on all these leagues and gambling. It's ridiculous.
Right. Let's talk about the podcast a little bit, Webb. We need input. Our last show, I looked it up. We were kind of like, man, whatever. First of all, if anybody thinks they can be a producer on the show and wants to come on and fucking make this thing look better or sound better. We right now we're a 50-50 partnership. But if somebody took us to the next level, and this could be a hot chick co-host, whatever of those things you think would that has 1 million followers or something on here and wants to put it on their resume that they're a sports host. Before you
podcast?
Send your resume to Stephen A. Smith, you can say, hey, I was with these guys.
Right, I was on a sports. I ran a sports podcast. Yeah, yep. Send it to ESPN. Send it to fucking Netflix or Spotify.
Right there, you get a little something on your resume. You get a little something on the books here. A little,
Take it where mold us. Take us where you want to go. We're here.
I think we could probably open up an OnlyFans and just have our picks on the OnlyFans, so you can watch our little witty banter here for free. And then when you want our picks, you go to our OnlyFans.
That's true. That's true. And we could have someone like reveal, is it
if we team up?
Is it Notre Dame? Is it Indiana plus the points? And we turn around, it's Georgia out the butt, whatever.
Picks and tits. OnlyFans.
Right.
It won't be us. Unless somebody wants to see my feet or something. That's it. That's
I'm not doing it. Yeah. Hey, listen, It's all for sale.
Maybe we'll even get Webb on the social media one of these days to help us out. That might be a fucking good thing. If he can take it. He said he already went to a dark place. He might need more ayahuasca.
No, that's right. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't dark. I just wanted to.
Introspective. I get it. Yeah, get in touch with you. I've been on a year-long journey myself since years trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life.
Right.
So, all right. We're back. We're open to suggestions. Producers, whatever. I would like to go live. I would like to figure out how to go live, how to figure out how to get call-ins, questions, answers, whatever we can do. We'll try and figure it out.
Absolutely.
You want to do some picks? You got something else? You got something else beef in 2 years, Webb? You have 2 years to let this stew.
It's funny. Like the impetus for this is there's shit that I've thought of, but we need a producer that's going to give me a schedule. I was pretty fired up earlier. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. I don't know if anyone has seen Cam Newton lately. He's ill. He's ill from too much money. He dresses like. He had like 4 coats on and this hat and like a kind of a tie. Like it's not comfortable. Like if I was to make, and he didn't really make any real money compared to what's going on today. He would have made it. He certainly got paid in college, but he would have made a hell of a lot more if he's playing now. But once you make all that money, isn't that the time where you can just? I mean, I guess he's dressing how he wants, but why would you just strap some sweatpants on, a couple, pair of kicks, throw over a Wager Matrix hoodie? And, it's just he just doesn't. It's a lot of work. Just stop. I don't know. It just seems. I almost feel bad. I feel bad for this rich guy because I just think he's lost his mind.
Somewhere between Cam and the tank top would probably be a good.
Right.
Somewhere between that would be good. And then just like Mike Lynch says, all these dudes, they wear suits with sneakers, basically, nowadays. Grown men with the big white sole shoes. It took me a while to wear that shit a little bit. But
no, that's style. That is big time style. Yeah. I got no problem with that because men's shoes are, it's pointless. They're not nice.
Why should we get blisters? Why should we walk around with blisters like women every time we have a
They don't look good and they're not comfortable. So, silly. Again, common sense. Go back to some common sense, Smith. That's the thing.
And don't forget, if you like this stuff, you won't get it before Christmas. Go to our website. It's got a link for our thing.
Still have a website
on there. Yeah, website's still up. Website's still up, bro. We can still buy merch. You can still buy merch. We got lots of stuff. But
I saw somebody asked us for a pick, right? Did you show me something? Someone said, "What do you guys think?"
No, what? Might have been 10 years ago. Where's that?
Like fucking a couple weeks ago. For someone on Facebook, maybe.
It happens from time to time. Somebody will reach out to us and wants to know something. But hey, we're back. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it feels. If we feel dirty after this, we might be back.
No. This is all clean shit. This is cathartic. This washes the dirt away.
Look, if some of the people in the world getting rich off of people just doing stupid shit like this, might as well be us. Help us out.
Right.
Living Done. If you're out there, you can come on anytime.
It's not even that dumb. Caitlin Clark,
come on. Just like our shit or something.
Caitlin Clark's another one. She got sick with the disease of woke as soon as she was on the cover of whatever magazine. Like, who cares about that anyway? A magazine. But now she's like, she come to her own truth or whatever. Some ridiculous comment.
Yeah, well, she gets bashed by the fucking people in like the WNBA is their own worst enemy.
Yeah,
like
true.
This girl has
still not good enough.
She's the only thing I know is what's going on WNBA. I actually might have watched 1.5 games this year.
But you cared about it. Like we were here with the girl.
I paid attention on the Sports Center about it.
Right, we watched the draft here. It was like a big deal.
Not what Angel Reese has been bitching and moaning about her since they were like, oh, I do shit too. It's like, I get it. You do shit too, but you're not the rookie of the year. I'm sorry.
Right. And
the rookie of the year is the one.
Not everyone can be the face of the, just be happy with the high tide lifts all boats. It's never good enough.
Just keep balling. Can't you have two great players? Just keep balling and do something.
What happens when she goes away? You'll see that.
Yeah. Right. Oh, well.
All right. Enough.
Clark.
I see here, Smitt, that Notre Dame line went to 7.
Good. I'm glad I got it at 6.5. It was 6. It was 6 minus 120 a little while ago. I didn't put that much money on it.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. I don't think. Everybody's on Notre Dame. I kind of like the other underdogs through the rest of the weekend almost. This is the first time in probably. Again, 35 years of doing this bullshit. I like every underdog. I'm on Indiana. I'm gonna bet Penn State's another team that they may whoop them. SMU. I'm definitely taking Clemson plus 12.5, and I'm definitely taking Tennessee plus 7. So that's those three right there.
I'm down with taking all other. Like I said, I'm taking Notre Dame for personal reasons. I'll be rooting for them because I think a Georgia Sugar Bowl against Notre Dame would be one of the biggest, especially in a playoff scenario, will be one of the biggest games we've had here in a long, long time, including a national championship game, to be honest.
Is that the next game?
Sugar Bowl. Yeah, Georgia has a bye, and they're playing the Sugar Bowl, and they play the winner of today's game. I would much rather be Notre Dame than Indiana.
I was going to say, don't count on Georgia winning a game.
Georgia's in.
Right. They're already there.
And so, but I just realized today we're in a little bracket thing, and usually my bracket for the NCAA deal is take a team that's got a shot that maybe other people aren't gonna pick is usually my NCAA bracket thing. I just realized I picked a team going all the way that's +9 in game 1 of the whole thing. So that doesn't make me feel too good.
Who would you take?
Oh, +7. Tennessee. I took Tennessee going all the way.
Yeah, I think I have Texas, but I got them playing Boise.
Yeah.
In the final.
You have them playing Boise in the final?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, Boise's got to play. They're going to beat Penn State or whoever. They ain't no good. And then they got to beat Georgia or Notre Dame.
SMU plays Penn State, or maybe Boise next. Boise has a bye.
Right.
Boise has a bye.
Yeah, and that's a home game, right?
Yeah, I think next week's games may be
Are they bowls?
like how this one's the Sugar Bowl.
Right.
Next week's games might be actual bowl games.
I mean, it doesn't matter. That didn't really. It's even better, but I don't know. I'm trying to look for it here.
That'll be the Fiesta Bowl is Boise.
Right. Okay.
And Arizona State will be waiting for somebody in the Peach. Oregon is waiting for somebody in the Rose Bowl, and Georgia's waiting for somebody in the Sugar Bowl. That's how it goes.
Right. So I don't see. I mean, if anybody, like if Tennessee or Texas were in the bottom bracket, even Arizona State was in the bottom bracket, they would. There's nobody in that. No one strikes me as being very good in that bottom bracket at all.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I took Tennessee going all the way. I'm having second thoughts on that, but that's the way it is. If they're good enough to beat anybody.
Any day. I got Boise State winning, beating whoever, Penn State, and then beating, I don't know who I got them beating, and then playing Texas in the championship.
Well, we took Florida today -10. They better get their ass together because Tulane's got a guy playing quarterback that's never played before. He just threw I'm watching it right now. He just threw an interception. First, they had a flea flicker. First play of the game, I think he threw an interception. So.
Well, that's the shit that always. That's what that's the wild card. Like they don't.
And basically, the Florida Gator coach is basically still fighting for his life at this point. I think he solidified his job late in the season, but he can't. Going out and getting smoked by Tulane is not going to help his.
No. They need to keep it going and make a statement here. They're taught. I mean, in their mind, next year they're going to be right there.
Because he was really on a hot seat.
He was
5 games into the season, and he kind of righted the ship. Florida, whatever. The SEC win a couple games, you're good.
Right, beats right. Yeah.
So, all right, what we got anything else? We just we're taking underdogs all weekend. Other than I got Notre Dame, Webb has Indiana tonight.
We're on Florida. What else that's it?
Yep.
Got some ice tonight.
NFL, you want to talk about NFL?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's your front runner? I mean, I think everybody knows who the top teams are in the NFL. You got your Detroits, your Buffaloes, your obviously Kansas City. The Eagles are playing really good. I know that's your hated Philly team.
In the NFC, I don't know that. I love live. We love Dan Campbell. We loved it back. I think we were doing a show when he said they were going to bite ankles or bite knees.
When he first took over, we're like, we love this guy. They weren't winning anything yet.
Right. They're very good, but they can't overcome those injuries. I mean, it's just too many. Just too many.
But maybe by the time playoffs roll around, are some of these guys going to be back, or it's kind of like
done. They
Montgomery, and then it was their defense was ravaged, and then Montgomery's out now too. But that little running back, more of a scat back guy from Alabama, Gibbs or whatever, he's pretty good. But Montgomery's kind of their gives them their identity, their kind of power.
It's a hard, he's like a big, tall dude. But they lost the Nick Meal, I think, at nose tackle or whatever, an inside guy, and the dude from Michigan, whatever his name, he wouldn't
defensive end.
He wouldn't be back till the Super Bowl. And I think they said Montgomery could be back, but it's just too much. You can't do it. And you take him out of the dome, that's a different thing too. So I think the Eagles are probably the favorite in the NFC. And
then how much do you really trust Goff if things aren't really going their way at a certain point in the game? They have weapons. And then, obviously Buffalo, Kansas City, and even actually Pittsburgh's putting together a pretty good year. But Russell Wilson, they're just not at the level of those other teams, I don't think, if they have to go on a road and get a win.
I mean, it's a tremendous job, in my mind anyway, tremendous job to be where they're at. They'll make a playoff. They'll maybe win a playoff game, but that's the ceiling for them. They got to play whatchamacall this week, right? Lamar Jackson. And he's another one. Like, win another MVP. Good. Cool.
Right.
Nice.
and then come out in the playoffs, and you finally you bet on him against some shitty playoff team, and that's the game. He has a fumble and 2 interceptions.
Right, exactly.
Looks like he never knew how to throw a ball. You bet against him, he's zipping the ball all over the place and buying time and doing it.
Right. Yeah, and he bet on him. He hit the ball off his knee at the 2-yard line going in. They run it back for 98 yards. In the Buffalo, I'm Josh Allen. He's kind of proved me wrong a little bit here, but let's see if they can beat KC. There's one quarterback in the NFL, and the rest are there's a couple two that are right under him, but Mahomes is working on 3 in a row here, and they just, no matter what it is, yeah, they're lucky, but don't matter.
If they're going out on the field against anybody in the playoffs,
right? Especially
who's walking off the field with the win?
Right. I mean,
well, for the last 3 years, it's only been one dude. So
right, exactly.
Somebody, Buffalo beat them in a regular season, but now Buffalo's got 3 losses. So really, Kansas City's going to get the bye. I know the Chiefs are a little banged up or whatever it is right now. I think Mahomes, I don't know what he's
playing this week. It was a big thing, like they were going to sit him just to sit him, and then Andy Reid was chirping about Carson Wentz, how he's not a starter somewhere else in the league. Mahomes ain't sitting down, dude. That dude's maneuvers. He ain't going to take no hits. He'll throw a ball.
He was limping around to one Super Bowl.
Right. To the whole playoffs, and that was no big deal. Yep. It doesn't matter. They lose linemen. The defensive players come and go. Receivers, they got a couple. The one guys, they got a couple.
They come and go too. They got Kelsey. That's it.
Right. And then they bring these asshole in. He makes a play, and then they replace him with some other asshole, and the D makes a play. And like they lost Tyreek Hill. It didn't matter. Super Bowl win. Yep. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Sunday, and then we can.
All right. A couple of things that stand out. I haven't even looked at these yet, but we can look.
Are we? When are they?
Oh, there's games Saturday. We got Saturday NFL.
My words right out of my mouth. Let me pull it up so we have some accurate.
Well, no reason Kansas City shouldn't be. If Mahomes is playing, Texans are solid, but they're not going.
They're not even that solid.
And every time I think they're good, they're really not that good. They lose to some shit.
Yeah, they're a pretender. They last year was their shot, and they didn't live up to that.
I'll take the Steelers plus 6.5 against Baltimore too. That's a division game. They're always close, no matter what.
Absolutely. And that's whatever. Mike Tomlin. I don't know. I mean, half the time I think the inmates are running the asylum or whatever.
I don't know, man. That dude I think he's never had a losing season. He's been there for fucking 30 years.
We just said he's going to win a playoff game, and so I got no problem doing that. Right. The next, that Bengals, both teams are just shabby. Cleveland Browns, it's tough being a Cowboy fan. It's tough being a Jet fan. But, dude, the Cleveland Browns are just.
Can we talk about the Jets for a minute? So we reached out to some people yesterday, and they've said, "Oh, we've been on for 2 years. What do you want to talk about?" And they want to talk about the fucking Jets. Let's talk about how bad still. Nothing. One thing has not changed in the last 2 years is that New York teams stink. And look, the Cowboys stink, the Saints stink, the Pelicans stink, but the Jets and the Giants stunk.
Yeah.
That's that time of year. And
they've stunk. Both of those teams have stunk for.
Can we talk about Aaron Rodgers? Talk about Hiawatha or whatever the fuck. what's the peyote shit? What you do with him? And this dude. And now all of a sudden, I find it funny, and I give Keyshawn Johnson credit for this because he mentioned all of a sudden he's coming out and saying, "Listen, I wouldn't mind mentoring a quarterback here."
Right?
Like he knows his time is coming to an end because that place is a fucking dumpster fire. And they brought his dude in, Adams, and all of a sudden Rodgers is having a game or two that's decent, and he's saying, "Listen, I don't mind mentoring." He knows. Anybody knows that it's time to completely get rid of this Rodgers situation in New York. And so now he's saying, well, I wouldn't mind mentoring a guy if he came. So he's looking for next year he's going to do just enough to stick around for another year and ruin him some more.
Right. And make some more, make another, whatever it is, $35 million. But not only that, they brought in Nathaniel Hackett, his guy. They brought in another, like they did.
Fired the coach.
They fired the coach. Everything for this asshole. And he's done nothing. They've regressed. Even the defense is worse.
4-10. 4-10.
Terrible.
All right.
The Giants,
Eagles.
Let me at least the Cowboys are again. And you want to talk about someone who has no clue where reality is. That's Jerry Jones. But the Giants are horrific. They have
at least you got rid of your boy Danny Dimes, but look at what Saquon is doing now. It's unbelievable. How'd you like to be the GM that made that? You should be fired right then. When this guy comes out and does that, you say, listen, dude, that was a bad fucking move.
He single-handedly changed the Eagles. Last year the Eagles were nothing. Now I just said they're the Super Bowl favorite from the NFC.
Yep.
You know, he took all the pressure off. Of Hurts. Hurts not gonna do shit. Throw it up to the big guy and then throw it deep to the dude
Smith, AJ Brown, Smith, and hand it off.
Throw it to AJ Brown.
Do that read option. Take off that.
That's it.
Man, it's a tough team to stop, bro.
You got the tight end who's pretty good, Gobert or whatever his name is. Yeah, throw it to the big guy, AJ. He'll muscle somebody. Throw it deep to the Smith, and then you got the running back and the tight end. That's it. And they picked those two corners. They picked two corners. A kid from a small school, like from the MAC, who's real good, and they picked another guy, Cooper DeJean, maybe from Iowa. And they're studs. That scares me.
But anyway, I don't see what you see games you want to bet on this week, or still it's too early. We'll post. We can post some games.
I'll tell you right now, I have a problem betting the Chiefs -3.5 at home against.
Yeah, that's the Saturday games. Chiefs and Steelers. I like.
Yeah, there you go. Detroit's Detroit's still got to play. They're at Chicago. Chicago's another team that who knows what they're just terrible. They got
possibly over Eagles. I can see both of those teams.
Yeah, that's good.
Scoring a ton of points.
Eagles have. You know what? I like Washington in that game. Eagles, they got to lose one sooner or later. I mean, they won 11 in a row. It's great.
Yep.
Penix against it's fun. Penix against the Giants. The Colts. Titans.
It'll be interesting to see what he can do.
The Jets at home against the Rams.
They have a first time starting quarterback laying 8.5 against the Giants.
Yep,
unbelievable.
Well, who's quarterbacking for the Giants?
I don't know.
Is it the Cutlets guy? Whatever.
Veal Parmesan, whatever his name is.
That's right. Sauce and peppers is fucking cool. I mean, that's Minnesota, dude. How about Sam? Even another kick in the nuts. The Jets. Sam Darnold is like
Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, all of them.
Well, Sam is worse than Geno. Geno was kind of a flyer, but
the next they need to get the Cougar banger to do something.
Yeah, that's right.
What's his name again? The hell's his name? Johnson?
Yeah, Zach Wilson. I'll tell you right now, bet the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Cowboys. I'll tell you that.
Maybe Miami at home against the 49ers, but I think Hill is acting up again, saying he's starting shit there and there or something like that. So
that's you bring up the Niners. What are the Niners going to do with Purdy? They're going to give him $50 million?
Probably.
I don't think so.
I think they think he's this guy. He'll probably take 30. Be happy to take 30.
Well, that's different. 30 is a big difference. It's a lot of money, but that's a $20 million difference. I'm glad they're losing.
All right. We'll post some picks. We'll get back to posting some picks.
All right. What else we got?
I don't know. The Saints stink, but they're getting 14 points. Rattler's playing. Packers might beat them by 14 in the snow. If Rattler throws 3 picks.
Up there? Yeah, you're in trouble up there. That's not outrageous. I don't even have it up here.
The Cowboys will probably surprise everybody and beat the Buccaneers +4.
They've done that already. They don't have players either, dude. They don't.
Battle of shit. Raiders and Jaguars.
Terrible
game. Maybe the Patriots will keep it close to Buffalo by 14 points in the division game.
But they need it too, right? Not that 14 is bad, but Buffalo needs it to try to keep pace with KC, right?
Yeah, they're 2 games back. They have to win.
And then the
there's
Lions
only one bye week now.
Pace too, right? Lions just got beat, so they got to keep pace with the Eagles. So that's good. That's good news for us, at least. Oh yeah, that game is at night. That's Monday night. The Packers and the Saints.
Yeah, what a garbage.
Come on,
what a garbage. They should be able to change that. Well, the Dallas and the Bucks are Sunday night.
Yeah, you took the word again, right? But that's terrible. The Cowboys, they got to get the Cowboys. But again, it's reality TV. Jerry Jones is going to say something like, he's going to say, yeah, the aliens are flying the fucking.
Speaking of which, there was this whole thing about Mark Gastineau the other day being pissed at Brett Favre. You saw that? And then I don't know when this video came out, but all of a sudden I see there's like a 30 for 30 about the sack exchange coming up soon. So that's why this whole story comes out.
That's why
Gastineau's got a real beef. And this was probably some video at like a a card signing thing.
I
Who
believe
knows
that's
how many years ago? And Gastineau gives Brett Favre a bunch of shit about that fake sack that Strahan had.
Strahan, yeah. He didn't really even lay down. I mean, Strahan was more or less going to get him, but he did go down.
He rolled out, and there was nothing to do.
Right.
But still, everybody thought it was kind of softish, but whatever. Gastineau in a sack exchange. That was pretty fun. That was old school. But
it's funny that I went to mention this. 30 for 30s are good. Typically, they're good.
That was the mention. All right.
That's what
I agree. I agree with you.
As we were bashing ESPN earlier, I'm saying that's still one thing that maybe,
right.
like
documentaries are okay.
Yeah. Any true reality.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up. I think that's good. It was a good first outing. First little day. It was like a lunch. This is like a lunch we had. A little lunch action.
It's early here. If you hear this, get on. We can't get on Florida at this point.
But and then we're split on the night game. And but want to reach out. Hey, we got a couple. We always want to thank the people that have helped us along the way. The boys, the Nashville group text. Do Merch Mob. We're gonna talk about merchmob.net pretty soon. They got some merch. That might be where our merch is. But for now, go to the wagermakerspodcast.com.
There you go.
And get our merch. MM3 Technologies, Wilbur Investigations, and Turtle Bay, as always, sponsor.
I don't know if MM3 is still an entity. I got to find out.
You know what? I saw it's Nick Perone's birthday today. So if you're still hanging with him, let him know.
I'll just put him over the week. Yeah, he texted me. He's in the bracket pool. I didn't know that. That's good.
All right,
that's
cool.
good.
What about our boy
Rev G?
Yeah, where's Rev G? Is he in the bracket pool?
He is. I talked to him today too.
Good, Rev G. I'm going to kick your ass in the bracket pool.
He shares our hatred. Apparently, he still watches ESPN because he texted me earlier saying that everything on ESPN all day today was about Notre Dame. So,
yep.
So
that's probably why the line's going back up.
Maybe.
So, and also Wilbur Investigations. Don't forget them too. I don't know. John Grow still for the bumper. If I get this whole thing to work after this is done, and I go in and do my post
production.
Where's
Mo? How come Mo do our shit first? We got plenty of resources.
He does?
What's her name? The singer used to be a singer.
No,
like American Idol. Yeah, is that her name?
No, he does. The actress that's now a talk show host.
All right, whatever.
Drew Barrymore.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was the other chick. Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you all for listening, people. We're gonna try and do this again and see what happens. But we're open for ideas. Even if people want to be partners that think they can bring something to the table, fucking bring it. So we're gonna talk to if I still can find the Devin video of her saying what to do about the YouTube and liking all that shit. Do that. John Grove for the bumper music. You can follow us on YouTube, Podbean, Apple, Spotify, all that shit. I think
I would guess anywhere you watch podcasts.
I think it'll still be on all that shit.
Yeah, who knows? No one's listening anyway.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Webb, take us out.
All right, buddy. Everybody, thanks.
Throw a brick by brick in here. You forget how to fucking do that.
Brick by brick, baby.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Well, that's it. You're welcome. There you go.
All right, Webb.
All right, brother.
Hey guys, it's Devin. Make sure you subscribe to the Wager Makers podcast on YouTube, like all their videos, and click that bell so that you turn on your post notifications and you never miss another video.